G'day everyone, just before the video starts, I want to put out a huge shout out and thank you to all you guys who've been watching the videos and supporting me along the way. Last year in 2024, it was my first time on YouTube and I've got to admit, it was pretty daunting. But thanks to you guys watching the videos, supporting me and helping me along the way, it's really made it worthwhile. The whole purpose of me being on YouTube is just to help kids like me get off the Xbox, get off the technology and just send it out there with a couple of mates and catch some big fish. Me and my cousin Ollie, we're gonna jump on the boat, send it offshore, do something a little bit different. We're gonna do a catch and cook. Hopefully we can get a nice little reefy, a pearly, tusky, anything like that. And we're gonna go up and cook it at the end of the video, so don't miss out. All right, we're out here. It's a little bit rough. It's not Y-capping, but it's pretty bumpy. We're getting knocked around. And got a little mackerel here. Australia Day, so many boats out, but for some reason there's no one actually out fishing. So, oh, little mackerel here, probably around that 60 centimeters. Just took a 30-gram slug. Beautiful little fish. Just out here fishing with my cousin. Out here fishing with my cousin Ollie. Yeah, and it seems like there's a few mackerel around, so. Oh, he almost bit me. So, we get fishing. 40-pound leader, around 20-pound braid, 5 to 8 kilogram rod, 4,000 size reel. Perfect little setup for these mackerel. Oh. I'll chuck that out. I'm just gonna chuck this guy back in, but little mackerel, chuck him back in. Oh, shit. So I'm just casting this lure out. I'm not really on the fish now, so I'm casting it out, just working around. Cast it out about 10 meters, let it sink down and just fast reel up. Reel as fast as you can and those mackerel will just jump straight on it. And also probably keep a decently light drag because I like to spit the hooks. So pretty light drag. And I do like to set the hook when I hook up to them. So I give it a good little tug. But except for that, pretty easy. All you gotta do is just watch out for the other lines because they like to tangle up with everything, so. But I'm gonna keep casting this out. And hopefully we can pick up a couple mackerel. All right, they've moved on. I'll take the spot lock off and I'll keep it drifting along. Oh, nah, what is this? I think I got a grinner, or like a snapper or something. Oh, a brim? What? Look at that. I think it's a tar wine. That's weird. We're trying to catch mackerel on slugs and we got a, well, it looks like a tar wine, but I don't know, it looks a bit different. It's raining.
It's not big. Oh no, it's not. Here, he's just a little fella.
Just dropped that gang hook down. Little bull sinker, 3-hook gang. Got a beautiful little Venus tusk fish. I never catch these. Like, I don't know why we don't catch these. I guess it's just the areas we fish. We don't normally get much of these kind of reef fish, but beautiful little fish. He's not massive, but that'd be a beautiful feed. You can see those, he's got some real sharp teeth in there. And they just feast on crabs and crustaceans. That's why they taste so well, so good. So that's a beautiful little fish. We'll chuck them in the esky. Just out fishing a bit deeper now, 40 meters of water. I just lost a real good fish. I've got another fish on, but it's not as big, this fella. He's probably only about 40 or so centimeters, but the one before was very big. Just bringing him up. I think I got like a 7 or 9 inch soft plastic. It's probably a good sized pearly, this one. Let's see. Yeah, little pearly. Oh, my plastic's been cut in half as well, I think. Oh, there you go. Little pearly there. He's a legal pearly. Beautiful sized pearl. We'll chuck this guy's back. I'll show you my soft plastic. I think I've got no tail. So he just ate a soft plastic with no tail. Yeah, it's like a 9 inch soft plastic, but I've got no tail left. So that other thing I had on before must have cut me off. So, but yeah, he still ate it. Yeah, beautiful little pearly. Probably around that 40 centimeters. Chuck him back. There he goes. Oh, this coral sperm. It makes all the line like brown. Could be a legal pearly. Let's see. Oh yeah, little pearly. Oh, that's a legal pearly.
It's called a little pearl perch. Just a little fella. First real fish of the day, actually.
You're gonna throw him back?
Yeah, we're gonna chuck him back.
Lovely.
Just chuck him in.
Throw him off?
Yeah, he's fine.
Another little fisher here. This guy wouldn't be legal. Little pearly, just reefing them up. You should be able to see on the camera, but there's stacks and stacks of coral sperm out here. I don't know why they're out now. It's Australia Day. Oh my God. Well, that's definitely not a pearly. Big old grinner. All right, big stinky grinner here. Big old mouth. Oh, those teeth are crazy. All right, got to dedicate this one to Paul, the grinner slayer. Let's chuck him back, catch and release. All right, so with this soft plastic, I'm just letting it waft down. It's about 9 inches. And a lot of the time, the fish would actually eat it on the drop. That's when they're big fish, but normally a lot of your smaller ones, like your crappy grinners and stuff, will eat it on the bottom. So I'll just let it drop down, get a few flicks here and there, and yeah, hopefully a big pearly can jump on board, or a snapper or kingy, anything. We'll have a go at this. Yeah, got one. This guy's a bit heavy. Oh, that's the bottom. Thought I had the fish. Yeah, I was wondering, he was a bit heavy. I couldn't pull up, I don't think I can pull up the sea bottom. Alright. There we go, that feels a bit better. Yeah, it's really hard to tell if you're on the bottom or not, because I'm using a 1/2 ounce jig head. I'm in like 40 or so meters, so it's a bit hard to get down in the bottom. Well, yeah, when you get down, you can let it sit there for a little bit, but most of the time, the fish will like to eat it on the drop. So give it a few jigs, and then they'll normally eat it when it's dropping back down. Oh yeah, that's not the bottom. Is this big or not big? Nah, little pearly. Oh, it's hard to tell sometimes if you got a big one or not, but this is just a little pearly, I think. Hopefully it's not another grinner. It is feeling a bit like a grinner. Oh, grinner, grinner, grinner. All right. My line isn't too frayed. All right, just hooked up to something really big here. No idea what it is. Could be a big cobia, could be a big shark. No idea. Just on a bit of bait. Oh. Come here. I feel like this is something Ollie should be fighting. Come on. Better not be one of these stupid fish again. What should be a 2-meter cobia? Come on. What's up? You gotta try and, yeah. You just gotta wait until it stops. Oh, it's going now. Oh, it's gone.
Is that because I let it?
No.
I mean, I just did it. As soon as you let go of the rod, off it goes. The curse, man.
Oh, that was a big fish. Let's just hope it was a shark.
Oh, I took the whole thing.
Let me feel the
Was it all
line.
ripped up or is it alright?
I don't know. That could have been a massive groper because it's not frayed. Yeah, I think that might have been a 2-meter long Queensland groper. That. Oh, bit of fun anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a heavy boy.
All right, that's all right. He was probably gonna fight for like an hour and a half though. Like you don't really want to do that. So.
And are they any good to eat?
Oh, we wouldn't. We'll just throw it back anyway. So, kind of happy that it just broke off like that. we're back home now. I've got my Venus tusk fish, just filled it up beforehand, and I just chucked it in the fridge. But we had a great little session with me and my cousin Ollie. Caught a bunch of like mackerel, got that tusk fish, pearl perch, and a bunch of cool stuff, but we just kept the tuskies. So we'll get to cooking. Ollie, if you can fill up this bowl with some plain flour. So we'll fill up the bowl with some plain flour and we'll just coat the fish. Bit of plain flour on both fillets. And yeah, that's all right. Just a little amount.
Okay.
And at the same time, we'll chuck some salt and pepper on the fillets. So you want salt and pepper on both sides. As well as salt and pepper, we're going to put a bit of garlic powder. This stuff is pretty strong, so you don't want to put too much on, but it does really make the fish taste good. And I'll just do the other side. And then after we do both sides of salt and pepper and garlic, we'll coat it in the plain flour in there. And then we'll chuck it on the pan, bit of oil and butter. All right, Ollie, if you can coat this one.
Yeah, sure. Chuck her in.
Both sides of that. And I'll do the rest of this. All right, so we're just using an electric cooker here with a cast iron pan. Only 2 fillets, so I need 1 pan, but you probably want like a high heat. So I put it on 6 and we'll put a bit of oil on the pan. Bit of oil, we'll cook one side of the fish for about 2 minutes, then we'll flip it over and we'll chuck some of that butter on. Now Ollie's just gonna put a little bit of chili flakes, a little bit of dill. You don't need to do chili flakes, it's kind of a personal preference if you like it or not, and dill, but we're gonna chuck it on today and it does make the fish taste a lot better. We caught a lot of good fish today, good eating fish as well, mackerel and pearlies, but personally the Venus tusk fish are probably the best eating fish you can catch. They mainly eat just your crabs, your little crustaceans, and it just, I don't know, you can't really beat it.
All right, we've got our prepped fillets here, nicely seasoned up by James. We're going to pop these in the pan, give them a minute or 2 on each side, flip it over. We're going to finish it off with a bit of butter, give it another minute or 2 like that, and then we should be good to go. We've coated the outside of the fish with the flour to give it a bit of crunch when it's cooking, stop us from burning all the herbs on the pan. All right, so this should be good to go. We're going to pop these in the pan. So we're going to need to turn these up a little bit, not quite hot enough. This is also an induction cooktop, so that adjustment should kick in pretty quickly.
That's good enough.
So we're going to get this butter in there now. We're going to chuck a nice big chunk on the fish. Let's go about that much. Let's see how we go. We'll start with little pieces. All right, we need to flip it first. Can't forget that part.
Oh,
looking good.
Looking good.
You can see how the flour's helped it crisp up a little bit on the top. All right, let's get this butter in there. That should do us for the butter, I reckon. Let that go for a bit.
I can see that fish cooking up right now. Smells so good with that butter and all those herbs in there just cooking up. You can tell it's cooked on this side with just that golden top crust layer, and it's like, yeah, beautifully crusty, and just gonna let that butter soak into that fish, and then we get eating.
All right, so we're giving it a flip. I'm going to give the other side a chance to get some of that butter on it, if I can get it over. Get a look at that. All right, so we've got some leftover spring onions and parsley in there. We're going to chuck some in the pan with the fish while it's cooking, and we're going to save the rest to pop on the top as we take it out. I'm just going to duck over to the tree over there, grab a lime and grab some parsley to top it off. So we're going to take these off the heat now. They're nicely cooked. And I'll pop them on there. There we go. I'm going to add some of that butter on top as well. Here are the limes we just cut up, and here's the spring onion we have left over from before when we were cooking the fish. Add that on top there. And same for the other one. And we're going to finish it off with a bit of this lime. And same for the other one as well.
Beautifully golden, got your spring onions and your lime on there. Looks amazing. We could have put like side of chips or salad or something like that, but to be honest, just the fish is just amazing by itself. So me and Ollie are gonna have a bit of this fish.
We've got to go for a cheers as well. Don't forget that. Cheers, mate.
Oh, cheers, you
Beautiful
got
work.
more than me, man. Yeah, good cooking, Ollie.
Beautiful.
That's really good. These are much better than your good old flatty or brim or whatever. Yeah, that's amazing. It's just, I guess with these fish, the reason they taste so good, as I said before, it's just all those crabs and crustaceans they eat. This recipe really brings out the flavors, especially bringing in that garlic and that dill, especially the chili, and that butter just caps it off. Thank you everyone for watching the video and making it to the end. Hope you enjoy your weekend. See you next video.